Hello and welcome. My name is Kevin. This is Do It for Bruce. We're here in CK3. This time we are seeing what would happen if we made one Bohemian king immortal. We're trying to see how many artifacts our boy King Vratislav can do or can collect over his time in this game, so over 400 years or so. My guess is that he'll probably acquire about anywhere between 30 and 30, let's say 35 artifacts. My other prediction will be that the Christian's faith will be, the Catholic faith will be the most dominant in the world. And then let's say culture-wise, Czech culture will become one of the more prevalent cultures. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, here we are in the post. So it's been about 387 years in the future, and we've got a lot of things going on. We've got some Navarra reconquisting. We've got some Portugal. That's always a good sign. Cordoba is free for some reason. Wales is trying to eat England. France stayed together, surprisingly. Burgundy's out. Holy Roman Empire is still in existence somehow. As for Bohemia and our Immortal Lord, it looks like he's still kicking. They've created the nicest border I've ever seen. They kind of just were like, yes, and then over here, and then let's more over here. And then they also were like, can I get through Hungary? And Hungary is like, no. It's interesting that they decided this, for whatever reason, it's not Hungary. It's Hungry hippos. And it looks like he seems to have a lot more stats and actually looks like he has gone through all the skill trees to their fruition. It looks like the AI has finally figured out how to actively put points in each and every one of these slots. Allow that to happen, but now we've got that. And he's got 12 languages under his belt. What a guy. Oh man. Probably got a huge kill count. So let's go to his court and see how much items he has to for all of us. It looks like he's got 33. He's got an Excalibur. That's a classic. What I did see happen a lot during this timeline that time lapse that I thought was interesting is that he kind of just lets certain weapons and armor and stuff like that, when it's not equipped or being used, it seems like he just lets them break. Ownership of a bunch of other things, but for some reason they've been stolen away from him, or he gave them away. So that's unfortunate that he has lost some of these blue-tiered items. Prospering, the whole country is prospering. Let's look at some culture. Looks like he hasn't really done much with his culture, which is unfortunate, but it looks like he's somewhat added some stuff, like agrarian is new. Let's look at faith. So we have pretty solid Catholic bloc in Europe, Asheri here in Southern Africa, Coptics still somehow hanging in there. I have a bunch of apostle. These boys popped off. So who's the top? It's probably Catholics with 891 total, and then 515, and then it's just diminishing after that. So nothing too crazy in that regards. Kingdom map mode. This is always going to be an ugly area, I feel like, especially with Portugal now forming more and more often. Funny, but there is now a Bohemian Empire. Congrats. It's just taking bites out of all of its neighboring empires. Let's look at his development of his territory. Ooh, it's like bright sunlight coming out right here with apps like crazy amounts of development. Rest of Germany and Europe is not as bright. There's some bright spots here and there, but and then as always, the south of India. Court languages, that's a new one that we can. So Czech, Slovene, yeah. Bulgar French, some Bulgar Spanish. I wish you could see who's got the most like comparatively. If we could do artifacts, owners, has an artifact, has no artifact, has an artifact. That's it for us. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, have a good rest of your day. Ciao.